Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode 1105. Happy Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. Um I you ever lost, especially in a move? And I how do things get lost in moves? I don't understand it. I don't understand how you lose things when you move. I guess I kind of get it, but I don't. It's like, well, did you leave it at the old house? No. Now, when I did move from Macomb to Madison, I did lose some stuff in the move because I had a storage shed in my backyard and I rented my house out for a couple years. And it was like 3 years later, whatever. And it's like, eh. And I had my neighbor at the time, my neighbor in Macomb was like my property manager, basically. And so it got to the point where it's like, it's been 3 years. Like, can you just clean out the storage shed and just keep what you want and just throw away the other stuff? Well, come to find out, I had some like stuff that I should have kept. Like my high school yearbooks were in there. I did have some of my radio stuff, just like paperwork that I'm a hoarder. It'd be nice to like go through and look through it. Um, so in that sense, I understand how you lose things in a move. I didn't lose, but in that case, I didn't lose it. I just left it behind. I knew where it was the whole time. It's lost now because, well, it's probably in the stuff that I like, the yearbooks, like my property manager, my neighbor, like, I don't want these, throw them away. So you're asking, why are you talking about losing things and what did you lose? So it's Super Bowl Sunday. So I wanted to wear something football related. I guess my Anawan Braves shirt is somewhat football related. Although actually it's not, because they're not the Anawan Braves football team anymore. Now they're the Anawan Wethersfield Titans. But both our boys and girls basketball teams doing pretty well. Girls are ranked third in state. The boys got blown out in a conference game against Princeville. The Princes. You know, speaking of, this is kind of a going off topic here. I'm going to go off on a soapbox of high school mascots. I'm glad that this hasn't been like, because this isn't very like PC logo. It's a Native American with a headdress that spells out the name of my town. It's like, I don't think that it'll fly in Anawan. I don't think that would fly in other places. But I've got a pet peeve about high school mascots. And I think it was Princeville. Let me go to the IHSA website just to see. So I did play-by-play for the state finals in softball for about 12 years. Schools. And so Princeville they were in my conference in high school. So I was well versed with them. Yes. So Princeville, their mascot is the Princes. Well, a prince is a man, right? So you would assume the Princeville High School mascot for girls' sports would be the Princesses. No. Do you know how stupid Princeville is? Apologies to anybody from Princeville, but your administrators or whoever decided to create your mascot for girls' sports is a freaking moron. Do you know what the girls' mascot is in Princeville, Illinois? The Lady Princes. What the fuck is a lady prince? A princess? Who decided that? We will be Princeville, home of the princes. What about the girls? They will be the Lady Princes. The Lady Princes. Fucking stupid. Stupid. So Princeville softball went to the state finals one of the years that I was doing play-by-play for the TV broadcast. And I'm like, I can't call them the Lady Princes. Like, I know that's but that's fucking stupid. I can't. I think I just called them I can't. It's probably on the YouTube. It's probably on the YouTube. I wonder if it is. You can watch some of my softball play-by-play if you need something to make you fall asleep at night. Princeville softball IHSA. There were some good games. 2016. There you go. Hardin Calhoun versus might be the game where the pitcher from Hardin Calhoun and Grace Ballman. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And guess who's on the play-by-play for this? You're looking at this guy. There it is. The Princeville Lady Princes. What the fuck? So that was me. So go to IHSA archive, search. I think from 2008 to 2019 would have been my last year. So what's that? 11 years? 8, 9, or maybe 12. Of course, 2020 was canceled, and 2021 that was they asked me to do it, but I was only guaranteed like 4 games, and it was a Wednesday and Thursday, so I would have had to take 2 days off of work instead of just 2 days to work 4 games. So I'm like, nah. I'm like, call me back next year, and they didn't call me back, and I was okay with that. They moved. They're not at Eastside Center anymore. They moved to the new complex across the river on the other side of Peoria, in Peoria. Anyway, why am I talking about the Lady Princes of Princeville? Because it's a stupid nickname, mascot. But also, we were talking about, what were we talking? Oh, losing things in a move. So I lost some jerseys. My football jerseys. So I had a couple Bears jerseys, Rashaan Salam and Brian Cox from Western Illinois. Brian Cox. Did you know that? Dave Arnold knew that. And who else? So Brian Cox, Rashaan Salam, and my Rams jersey, because I was a big Rams fan. So was Dave Arnold. It's the Macomb connection. Western Illinois hosted the Rams training camp back in the day. Eddie Kennison, who was like my favorite Rams player. Him and DeMarco Farr were my favorite Rams players. So I had an Eddie Kennison jersey. I'm hoping they're in like a tub in my card room. But my fear is my wife put them in a donate pile. No, you can't donate my jerseys. Well, do you wear them? No, but I would have wore one today. So, yeah. So I'm wearing Anawan. Which, by the way, Anawan is not the Lady Braves. They're the Bravettes. I think having lady in a way, I actually did, I think I did a pretty in-depth, when I worked in radio, when I was in Galesburg, I was working sports talk radio. And I did a local sports show at noon every weekday. And I think this was a topic, and I wanted to pull a lot of the women's coaches across the state about mascot names like Lady, Etz. And it was very interesting. I still have the emails, and a lot of the coaches wanted to stay anonymous. But it was interesting, some of their insights. Some didn't care. They're like, it doesn't bother me. Some were like, sent me like this long novel of their thoughts, whether it be it's okay or it's not okay. It was interesting. It was very interesting. And I think our friends in Princeville have the most ridiculous women's sports mascot name in the state, if not the country. The Lady Princes. Fuck. So I lost my Eddie Kennison jersey. was going to wear that today. Shit. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Who you got? Super Bowl Sunday. I really don't know. I feel like I'm dumb. You ever feel dumb? I feel dumb because it's like somebody texted me. They're like, what do you think the score is going to be? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just going to enjoy the game, which isn't me. Like, that's not how I watch sports. Like, I go in like, I want the Chiefs to win. I think the 49ers will win, and I think this is going to be the final score. That's typically when I go into a sporting event. I have that thought this morning, get that text. I'm like, I want the Chiefs to win. But I don't know if I think the Chiefs will. I think the 49ers are actually the favorites. I think they're 2-point favorites, which is surprising to me. I'm like, I think the Chiefs will win. So I actually went like, I don't know. What's the spread? 49ers are favored 2 points. I think the 47.5 is the total, is the point line or whatever you call it. So I think I went with, my vote was Chiefs 24-21. Chiefs 24-21. So I went against the 49ers being favored, but I kind of kept it within the 48 point. Because Vegas, like, they know. They know. It's not scripted. But they've got this fucking crazy ass juju shit in Vegas. And they fucking know these things. It's crazy. It is what it is. And they're always right. They're always right. We'll talk Super Bowl. I want to share some Super Bowl memories, which I think I have done in the past. I've already shared the story recently about the Super Bowl. I threw up my dad's homemade chicken wings. They were real greasy. My friends went to the pig pen in Clinton, Iowa to see Seven Dust. And I stayed behind and puked up chicken wings. Beer and greasy chicken wings. Yeah. It's like freaking drinking oil. Jamie's early. What's going on? Good morning. Troy's in the house. Happy Sunday. Kyle, what's going on? Go Niners. We'll catch the replay later. I can't agree with you on the Niners. I'm rooting for the Chiefs. I'm a Swiftie, baby. Go Chiefs. Dave Richard, what's going on? Good morning. She did land. By the way, Taylor Swift did land. She performed in Tokyo the other night or whenever and hopped on a plane, landed at LAX. Chris Johnson, what's going on? He's in Oregon. What's going on? Is it the state of Oregon or Oregon, Wisconsin or Oregon, Illinois? Herman, what's going on? Long time. What's up, man? Double A Cars, what's going on? What are you listing and shipping today? Still undecided who to root for tonight. I am. What am I? I shipped some stuff yesterday. Did I list anything yesterday? I did. I listed about 100 cards. I'm trying to beat my sales. Fucking suck this week. And it's weird. eBay is like, ever since I've done volume selling for, it's been a few years now. And I'll have weeks like this where it's just absolutely awful. And I'll see everybody else is like, oh, best month ever. And I'm like, damn, my sales suck. So now I'm like, okay, I need to find, and going, I did some cleaning. If you're in the Hobby Evolution Facebook group, you may have saw my post. If you're not, what are you doing? Join. Type in Hobby Evolution on Facebook, join the group. So I was going through some stuff, and well, actually this stuff I posted or listed on eBay before. There's some Otanis, a lot of refractors, Cody Bellinger, some Bowman Chrome refractors, $250 a piece. You buy 7 or more, you get 25% off. Let's throw that banner up. And then I listed some football. I had some Brady's, Josh Allen, Peyton Manning, Caleb Williams. So some good football. And it, like, usually when I list stuff like that, it's like pew, pew, pew. Not yesterday. I did a couple days ago. It's been 3 or 4 days now. I did reduce my promotions down to 8%, which is nice because I'm only paying 8%. But it's not nice because my impressions have declined with that, which is what you expect. But it's like, let's just see. So 3 or 4 days is not enough. If you're going to experiment with stuff, you got to give it some time. Let it marinate a little bit. So I'm going to give it 2 weeks. I've got tops coming in. It still says delivery Tuesday. It didn't frickin' move. It's my case of tops is stuck in Maumee, Ohio still. What the hell? What are they doing in Maumee? So this week I'll have top series 1. So I'm not going to need a higher ad rate, promotions rate. So I'm going to, otherwise I'd be like freaking out. I'm like, oh, I got to raise my percentage. But I have that, in my back pocket this week. So my sales will uptick. My expenses on that were in January's book. So make my February look a little better with the sales. So what am I shipping and listing today? I'm going to be shipping. I do have quite a few, like my numbers, my dollar number is way down. My volume, although my volume, Friday, my volume was brutal, like 50. I sold like 50 cards on Friday. That's terrible for me. Awful. So I think it did tick up yesterday. I had a better day yesterday, but a lot of cheap cards, a lot of just single transaction sales. So, which is not what we want. So I've got some things, for eBay number one is inventory. Just put in good inventory. I was a little disappointed that some of the stuff I listed yesterday didn't move. Some of it did. I thought I'd have, I thought at least 10% of what I listed would sell within the first 12 hours. And I don't think that was the case. So shipping, listing, and in cleaning, organizing. My wife's college friend is coming to visit this on Saturday, I think. So I've got to have it. I've got to have my spaces presentable for company. Company's coming. And I've got to get some stuff organized for the Janesville Card Show, which is next Sunday. So I'll be in Janesville next Sunday. Come see me. Dime Box is in Janesville. So I'm kind of juggling. You know what kind of led me to starting to get my spaces cleaned up yesterday is, I was shipping, I shipped, I listed, and then I felt frozen. I was paralyzed. And the paralysis was because I'm in such a mess, especially my shipping room and my rec room, because I was putting all those boxes together for our YouTube sale the other night. And it's like, I'm just like, I've got so many balls in the air right now. It's like, which ball I'm not a good juggler. Which one do I catch? So I'm like, you know what? I can't catch any of these balls. That's what she said. I can't catch any of these balls until I get organized. And then I'll feel better. So that's what I tackled last night. I'm still in the middle of it. So I'll tackle some shipping, and then I'll get back to getting at least the shipping area. That's the one that needs the most work. Basically, this room, there's a bunch of shit on the floor, but it's easy. They're boxes. I can pick the boxes up and move them into the other room. That's easy. Where are we at? Herman thought I had camo on for a second. Nope. Well, this probably is like some type of urban camo. Actually, you can't when you're in Anawan, there's no such thing as urban anything in Anawan. Donald, what's going on? Good morning. Cooter's in the house. What's happening? Todd, good morning. First time live in a week, back working at the office in the cubicle for the first time in 4 years, and it sucks. That's what led me to sell baseball cards full time. I spent 16 months working from home. And then when I went back to the office, I'm like, fuck this. Like when I still hated working at my job, working from home, it's like, I should probably look for something different. And then when I went back to the office, that was like, I think it was like early June when I went back. Well, yeah, it was probably early June when I went back. And it probably it took me a month to realize, okay, I'm done with this job. I quiet quit. And when I went to the National that year in 2021, I went to a VIP dinner with Golden Auctions hosted, and just talking with a bunch of different people at that dinner. I'm like, I think I can do this. And that's when the wheels were set in motion. A couple months later, here we are working in the basement. Dave, what's going on? He'd rather watch the Giants and Royals tonight. Not me. It's the Super Bowl. It's the Super Bowl. AA Cards says, my ex-sister-in-law coached against Hardin Calhoun in basketball at the state finals. Did you call that game? I would not have called basketball, but I was probably there. I was probably on press row doing stats. So a few years, I only did girls basketball finals a couple years, and they played their games at Redbird Arena at Illinois State. Around that time, 2015, I think you said later on. I think that would have been around the time that I was doing that. It would have been after. Yeah, it probably was 2015. Because 2014, I was still with the university, or was I? Yeah, I was still at the university in 14, so I would not have worked basketball, high school basketball. I would have been still on the road with the Leathernecks, who lost yesterday. Damn it. So yeah, 2015, 2016, maybe 2017 when I did girls basketball. I think I only did 2 years though. So it might have been 15 and 16. I'm pretty sure 15 I was there. Yeah, because I think in now that it's coming back to me, because there were like 4 Ballmans on the team. Maddie Ballman, I think, was the or Grace Ballman was the stud pitcher, and softball went to, I think, Kentucky. There was Maddie Ballman. There were like 4 Ballmans. Not sure the year. Let me look it up. 2015. Let's see. Rock Latex says actress is being retired. Female actor is being used much more often. Princeville was ahead of their time. Princeville's still stupid for saying lady princes. I didn't realize actress is being retired. That's interesting. I just don't understand. Like, I think, I don't know. And so this like survey that I put out 15 years ago to coaches about female mascots, and I mean female is being, I mean a lot of people are like, oh, you can't say female. Well, what do I say? But I think like if you have a mascot like Lady and Et, like some people don't like those terms. We're in this weird, like, what's right, what's wrong, what's PC, what's not PC. Cooter says, having just watched your recent card room video, I can't imagine how you lost anything. Sarcasm intended. Yeah. I temporarily lose things. But what's fun is when I find them. I mean, it is annoying when I'm looking for something and I can't find it. I was looking for, my old label printer that there's like, it's leaving streaks. My 800. It's got the 2x7 labels that I wanted to use for my boxes, card boxes, to like print labels like Ryan Sandberg, Mark Race, stuff like that. But it's there. I think there's an obstruction, but it's the 800 model of the Brother thermal label printers are not as easy to access. I think I actually need to get a screwdriver. I have to use tools to open it up. Where the 1100 you can kind of access it a little easier. But I lost. Oh, why am I talking about that? Because I lost it and I found it. Jamie says, I think the Chiefs win, but I think it would be cool if the 49ers win because Purdy was the last pick. It's a good story. It's like the Kurt Warner story all over again, but I'm with the Chiefs. Blaine says Niners, but Chiefs probably win. Brian says go Chiefs. Herman says, first time since I can remember that I will not be watching any of the Supers. Herman, what are you doing? I don't think I've ever missed a Super Bowl since I can remember. And I can remember going back to Super Bowl 20 as a 4-year-old with the Bears and Patriots. But I mean, did I watch like the Super Bowl in 1987 or 88? 88 I might have. Who was in the 80? Oh, I don't think so. That was like Broncos, Redskins. 89 was 49ers, Bengals. And that was when I was like I wanted to be an NFL player. And then I was like 5'6", 105 pounds in high school. Wasn't happening. Wasn't happening. And I know, like, you could be 5'6", 105 in high school and like bulk up and be an NFL player, but the odds are against you, especially if you're a slow white guy like me, like I was. So, yeah. So why are you missing the Super Bowl? I'm curious. I don't know if my wife is not keen on the Super. Like, she's excited for the halftime show. She's like, yeah, there's a football game, but Usher or whoever's performing. She's not even really into the commercials. Like, she's just like, eh. She hates commercial. Like, my wife may hate commercials more than any other person on the planet. She hates commercials. Like, she will not. Like, I miss the days of, it's Tuesday night at 8:00. It's time for our favorite show. I've got hair right here that's annoying the shit out of me. And I miss those days. Like, you set your clock at 7 a.m. It's Hobby Evolution time, or on Sundays, whenever I wake up. But it's Monday morning. It's 7 o'clock. Well, 7:05. He's a little late. There was severe weather or something, blocking moving it back. But you could set your watch 7 o'clock Tuesday night. Roseanne's on, or whatever show you watched. And now it's gone. Like, now it's like, now we just binge. Like, oh my God, I can't wait a week to watch the newest episode. And that my wife cannot do that. My wife will, if a new show is on that has to go, like, airs every week, she will wait. She will wait until every episode is out so she can go back, not only to skip the commercials, but also to binge watch it. Sometimes that's okay, but I just miss setting your watch to 8:00 Wednesday nights. That's my show. And then it almost, like, the commercials. Yeah, commercials blow, but now it's like we want instant gratification all the time. Chris Johnson, state of Oregon. Oh, okay, state of Oregon. Jordan, what's going on? What's the percent difference in value from PSA versus SGC grade slab on modern cards? You are asking the wrong guy. I have never graded a modern card. I think the most modern card I have ever graded myself, 1947, I think. Johnny Schmidt's tip-top bread. Some FedEx driver stole it, so it's not in my showcase. But I think 1947 is the most modern card I have ever graded. I've never graded with PSA, only SGC. So I don't have any of those answers. I think it's going to be a close, from what I do know, modern, throw modern out the window because I couldn't tell you. Vintage is going to be a lot closer between PSA and SGC. Modern, I think it all depends. I mean, I prefer SGC because I like the look better, but the resale is going to be better on PSA and a modern. But I don't know. Johnny M says, good morning. Gotta love Facebook Marketplace. Already sold and met 3 buyers today. Holy shit. Johnny is moving. Sold 1 iPad mini and 2 100 card lots, 1 NFL, 1 MLB. I only do local pickup because cash is king. Unfortunately, my bulk buyer is out. Womp womp. So if anybody's in the Madison, Wisconsin area and wants bulk, like it's going to be like commons, there's going to be some stars, but it's going to be a lot of commons. It's a lot of commons. It's about 200,000 cards, 150 to 200,000 cards, $500. So if you're local, let me know. I would love to sell to you. It's too much to ship. It's too bulky to ship, and it's not going to be worth. You'd have to set up, and I'm not setting up shipping. You'd have to set up like a pallet and all that. We're not doing that. So local pickup. It's just commons. Let's see. And there was somebody got back to me. I think they're a seller in Iowa. I had reached out. It looked like they had some good stuff. Let's see, is it this one? So 70,000 plus cards. And there's some decent stuff. He dropped the price, but he still wants like $5,000 for it. There's some slabs, but they're like junk. I mean, we're talking like basketball base slabs, like just garbage slabs. There's an auto. There's an auto in there, a couple autos in there, but they're not anything. What else? There's some decent basketball, like Tim Duncan, older stuff. There's some Jordans. What's in there? Some Juan Soto rookies, a couple Ken Griffey Jr. rookies, a Jeter rookie, a Puckett Clemens Bonds rookie, some vintage 70s, but nothing. Some vintage football, but nothing to, I don't see the value in 4,000 to 5,000 for that. Troy says, my weekend has been slow as well. Bummer. Mikey says, good morning. I'm currently listing 1998 SPX finite football cards I got from the card show I went to yesterday. Got recognized from chasing cardboard. Do you ever get recognized? I do. More so now because of the Card Dealer Pro ads on Facebook. I had somebody come up to me at the card shop when I went to the new Bonsai card shop in DeForest. A guy came up to me and he's like, hey, are you the 1 million Cubs guy? And I said, yeah. He goes, I see you on Facebook all the time, on those ads on Facebook. I'm like, yeah, Card Dealer Pro. A lot of times I get recognized because of the sign. If I'm wearing the sign, people are like, oh, hey, I watch your YouTube show. Or I see you on Twitter. Merle says, you catch the ball that is going to hit the ground first. That's a good point. That's a good point. Porter says, good morning. What's the over-under on how many dead cats the Hoarders producers find under Bo's trading card? Hopefully none. I'm not a cat guy. I don't dislike cats, but I just don't trust them. My mom's a cat lady. She's got 2 cats. They're cool cats, but I still don't. I don't even trust a cool cat, especially one's sneaky. Actually, all cats are sneaky. But one cat will like come up and now the one cat is named Sweet Pea and she's sweet to me, but she bites, but she never bites me. She's never bit me, but she bites my mom and she bites my mom's friend. Maybe she just doesn't like women. This cat hates women. And the other cat is Liddy, short for little one. My mom, I'm very lucky that I was given the name Bo. I'm surprised she didn't name me Baby. Because my mom names animals the fucking weirdest ass name. Like, this is a cat. We're going to name it Kitty, which is what she did. Her first cat that she had, she named Baby Kitty because it was a baby kitty. Like, can you just name it something normal? Like, name it Bob. Come on, give it a real name. Baby Kitty, Liddy. She had she named something else. Like, what the hell? What the hell kind of name is that? Thank God I got a somewhat. I hated my name when I was a kid because nobody else was named Bo, especially in a small town. I wanted to be like Zach. Like, that was a cool name in the 80s. Zach. That was a cool name. But I was Bo. Nobody's named Bo. I hated it. Until I got older. Now it's like, yeah, I embraced the Bo. Embrace the Bo. I embraced it. Red Light says 49ers all day. Any day the Chiefs lose is a great day. Go Chiefs. Go Chiefs. Herman says, out of town next week, so making today mine and wife Valentine's Day. Aha! Herman, you picked the wrong day. Johnny says, go Chiefs. I have more Chiefs cards than 49ers cards. And that's a good way to look at it. How's it going to affect business? Speaking of losing things, which we talked about earlier, I lost over $100 worth of cards that I have for a customer. They're not paid for, so like it's not like I'm out money. I am out. I'm out future money. But I had a customer and I took these cards to the card show, and I'm the Madison card show, and I'm certain I put them back in one of my tubs, and I can't find this box to save my life. I'm going to find it with a dead cat somewhere. And I'm like, because I was going to pull the Mahomes cards out because he pays me X amount for all the Mahomes. And I'm like, right now I can probably get more on eBay. And so I'm just like, oh, sorry, I don't have any Mahomes for you this month. But I can't find them. So I looked in my car. I looked for like a third time in my tubs, my card show tubs. Maybe I might have like brought them in. Maybe it's in that card room somewhere, and good luck finding it in there. Brian says, anyone else going to find some football wax to rip today? Not me. Not me. JK Cards, what's up? Looking at upgrading my eBay subscription. How many listings do you get for the $60 a month one? It is 60,000. 60,000. So you get 10,000. Buy it now for any category. And then you get an additional 50,000 for select categories. And trading cards, sports cards are one of the select categories. So that's the store I have right now. It's the premium store, $60 a month. You get a $50 quarterly supply coupon. So you get 60,000 buy it now listings per month. And I think it's 500 auctions maybe per month. I was just thinking about this morning when I looked at my sales numbers over the last few days. I'm like, because my plan is to upgrade to the anchor store once I surpass the 60,000. And I'm like, if this is what I'm like, I can't justify paying $300 a month if this is what my sales are going to be. So, but it's a very small, it's like a week period of, a 1 week period. My sales are going to hopefully spike this week with Series 1. With the cards that I rip and flip, along with the traffic that it brings into my store, it'll be a nice boost. So we'll see. March is going to be a bad month for me because I'll be at spring training for 8 days. So March is always one of my worst months. So it's going to be a rough first quarter for my eBay store. So we're just going to have to do more YouTube sales to supplement my income. Which, by the way, I was doing some cleaning up yesterday. So I am planning another YouTube live sale. It will not be this week, but next week. So we'll do another one next week, maybe Thursday night, and I'll kind of let you, as we get closer, let you decide. Maybe this week we can ask people what they would prefer, but I think Thursday night was a good night. We'll start it about a half an hour early. We start at 7 p.m. Central next Thursday, which is what's the date on that? The 22nd. So yeah, so that gets me another sale before spring training. And I've got I'm going through boxes. I've got 3 boxes of stuff that I'm going to throw on eBay. I still have a bunch of stuff to go through. I was able to consolidate some boxes, so I'm good on boxes. I put together. I think I'm going to do some. I think I'm going to do some buy it nows on some of the bulk. I'm going to put together another soccer box, and it's just going to be $80. Like, so we don't. And there's going to be a lot of color. I think it's right there. I think it's that box. So I'll just start like $80 for this box. I've got a box I put together, and I did this last night. It's a large flat rate. One of the bulk buys I picked up was like top Series 1 from last year. So there's how many? I think there's 3,000 cards, 2023 Series 1 tops in a large flat rate box. There are Nolan Gorman, Riley Green rookies are in there. Miguel Vargas, like most of the rookies are in there with the exception of like Adley Rushman, Gunnar Henderson. They're not. No Cubs in there. There's no Acuna. There's no Ohtani, but there is Juan Soto. There is Bryce Harper. So there are some Mookie Betts. So there are some superstars in there. I think there's like between 5 and 10 of each card, just kind of as I was going through and putting the boxes together. So that's just going to be a buy it now. It's like who wants 3,000, partial sets, probably between 5 and 10 partial sets. Yeah, probably closer to 5. And it's going to be a buy it now on that box. I may price some boxes out kind of now that we kind of know what the market is on some of these boxes. I might just do some buy it nows on boxes. We'll still do some auctions. I've got some more autographs. So we'll do that the 22nd, Thursday night here on YouTube. I don't want to do too many because it was kind of time consuming, like matching up the buyers and the payments and all that. That's easy on eBay. You just go, they paid, waiting shipment, boom, click, print, done. A little different when you're on your own, or another platform. So I'm going to try to keep it to a similar amount and try to keep it to bulk. So I'm not spending a lot of time on a $5 sale or a $10 sale. So we'll do that next Thursday, the 22nd, which I can't believe how close we are. Pitchers and catchers report this week. 1 month away. I'll be in 1 month. I'll be preparing my spring. I'll be getting ready for spring training. I fly out the 12th. So I've only made, so I make custom cards of minor leaguers that don't have cards or don't have very many cards, so I can get them signed at spring training. So I've been putting, I just put an order in for 80. I made 80 of them, and I hope to print another 200. My goal, I think my goal last year was 500 autographs at spring training, and I fell short. I think I only finished with like 350, 375. So and again, last year I'm like, I'm going all in. And then when you get there, it's different. It's like you pass up guys. It's like, because you're just having fun. Like it's not a competition to get the most autographs. It's just, I'm out there to watch baseball, have fun, and autographs are like a plus. I did find out, that I'm not a big fan of Matt Mervis's baseball, Major League Baseball potential, but he's a collector. I'm like, oh man. So I'm in this Cubs chat, and everybody knows my thoughts on Matt Mervis, the player, and he's a collector. And somebody's like, Matt Mervis, and Ethan's like, I kind of got him into it last year when it's like Mervis had to go back to Arizona. I think he was hurt or something. So I'm like, it would be pretty epic if we do another rip night, because last year the night that I got in, Ethan came over to the hotel. Miguel Pabon, Riley Martin, Yoenis Alexandrov. Who else came down? Dempster stopped for a few minutes. So we were just ripping cards in the hotel garden area, patio. We're just ripping cards. My buddy Rich, the photographer, was over. And so I'm like, let's do another rip night and let's try to get Mervis. Like that would be pretty epic. I'm going to try to get Adon Sanchez. I ordered a top loader binder. So that's coming today. I ordered it yesterday in Amazon, delivering today. So I'm going to put my Adon Sanchez collection in there. So I'm not sure if he's staying at the hotel as well, but try to get him to come down. And I got to get a photo of him holding the collection. So I'm like, it would be pretty epic if Mervis would come rip with us if he's into cards. So won't be the first night I get in on the 12th. There's a night game, so obviously it wouldn't be that night. So maybe are they off the next day? I don't know, but that'll be fun. So we'll do a rip night out at spring training. Get some minor league guys. I would say I would like do like live stream it, but then it's like it would be, I don't know, it would be too much. Maybe just take some snippets of video. I don't want to do like a live stream of it. Where we at? JG says, if someone says they have 400 pounds of cards, approximately how many do you think there are? Great question. 400 cards, I would assume that's about 80,000. So the Goodwill pallets, minus the pallet weight, is about, they range from around 500 pounds, I think. And about 500 pounds. And it's about 125,000 cards. So, and there's other stuff in there. So it's not just cards. There's some like plaques sometimes. Where's my calculator? So I think it's right at like 125,000 divided by 500. Wait, I'm doing it wrong. All right, what did I say? 500. There we go. Times. I'm doing it wrong. See, this is why you have to pay attention in algebra class. But I'd say, yeah, probably around 80,000 cards, somewhere in that vicinity. Philly Joe, what's up? Good morning. Jamie says, have you found if the end listing sell similar helps with bringing more people to the store? It seems to have worked for me at times and then not at other times. I think all in all, it just depends what you're ending. Some people swear by it. Some people swear by it, do it every day, and they swear by it. Some people poo-poo it. And then I think there's definitely some value in it, but I think also it goes into what are you, I think if you had a bunch of Patrick Mahomes that are stale inventory and you ended it and sold similar today, it would probably work really well. But if it's 89 tops commons, it's probably not going to do well. So I think it all depends on what you're ending and selling similar. Troy says, looking forward to getting the basketball lot that I bought off eBay, roughly about 300 cards, which worked out to 19 cents each, including shipping, mostly this year's rookies and a few inserts. Very nice. Johnny M says, do you shut down the store when you go on vacation? That's a great question. Johnny shut down several times a year for vacations. I start back up the day before I head home as I do one-day shipping. So this is another reason why I like 3-day handling and why the fees that I save. And I think you'd mentioned the other day you'd save thousands, and I would save a couple thousand a year in eBay fees. But it's not worth it because I feel, and it's kind of like you can't really back this up until you actually run the experiment. But this is why I do 3-day handling. So when I go to the Cubs convention and, I do my, I left on Thursday morning. So I got caught up by Thursday morning. Anything that was Thursday morning, I didn't have to ship Friday. I didn't have to shut down my store. I didn't have to put vacation mode on. I was golden because I'm within my handling times when I get back and start shipping Sunday night, and as long as it's out Monday or Tuesday. So with that 3-day handling time. When I'm at spring training, this is a really good point. So when I went to Europe back in 2019, I did put my store in vacation mode because I was gone for 2 weeks. So I did put it in vacation mode. I think when I went to Italy in 2018, I think I turned off my store and you couldn't even buy anything. But I was also I wasn't selling much at that time. I had 1,000 listings maybe, but wasn't really moving much. In 2019, I had started picking up volume. So I left it. I was in vacation mode, but people could still buy and they read hey, this guy's out for 2 weeks. When I go to spring training, I think the first year I went to spring training in 2020, before the pandemic hit, I did put it in vacation mode. 2022, when I went back, and last year, I did not. What I did was I had an out of office, which I think is different than vacation mode. And then I turned down my promoted percentage. So I was at that time, I think I was at 10%. I dropped it to 2% or whatever. And like it basically suppressed everything. And I was still able to handle, and I was prepared. Like I was monitoring the situation where it's like, okay, if I'm 2 days in and I have 300 sales and I'm still out there for another week, okay, I'm going to turn off my store, put it in vacation mode. But that wasn't the case. And I mean, I still came home to like 400 or 500 items to ship, but that was over like an 8-day period. So it was manageable. And I'll do the same this year where I will, I'll put my out of office on, I'll turn down my promotion percentage, just to try to suppress, to what's manageable. Christian says, happy Super Sunday. Don't remember being less interested in the game than I am this year. Might watch the 1991 Lions Cowboys playoff game instead. Boo. Come on. I get it though. I get it. Like if your team goes all the way, like the Lions, I mean, so close. I understand that sentiment. JG says Ryan Dempster always felt he had many good times at the Cubby Bear. He's a great guy. He is a collector. He collects like higher end stuff. But yeah, he's into collecting. James says you get new inventory for Janesville. Nope. Dime boxes. I'm hoping to buy inventory in Janesville. So that's my goal for Janesville. Just dump off some dime. I am not in sales mode in Janesville. Like I'm going there to mingle and buy inventory. That's my goal for next Sunday in Janesville. I mean, I hope to make sales. I hope to make a lot of sales, but I just don't have expectations of making many sales with what I'm bringing. It's just going to be, dime box stuff. So, and dollar box stuff. There's some good dollar box stuff. I did pull like the batch of 50 refractors and stuff I pulled out of my dollar boxes, listed them on eBay. I don't even know. I'm kind of considering not even taking my dollar boxes and just putting those on YouTube Live and going, seeing what they bring on YouTube Live. Maybe do like a 50 card all Bowman Chrome, and we'll start the bidding at $1 a piece and see if they go up from there. East Coast Tom, what's up? Don't need math word problems on a Sunday morning. I know. If two collectors leave a show at 25 miles per hour, how long until one gets into an accident after looking at their card pickups while driving? Isn't that's the worst? When you buy like a box of cards, or you bought like a box of like dollar cards and you just want to go look, and you're at a stoplight and you're like, I want to look. What's in here? Tracy's rooting for the Chiefs today. Dave says, do you know you can run 3 promotions at a time? Yes, I did know that. I used to run 2 promotions at a time. I ran a kind of similar to you. Dave says, I have a 15% off 1 to 4 items, 25% off 5 to 6, and 50% off 7 or more items. Sales have been great since doing it. Yes, and that's another thing that I may do, because I've always done, well, not always, but for a long time, I've done the 25% off 7 or more. I initially started with a 3 or more promotion. It started as 10% off 3 or more. And then I would get, and now this was also during the peak craziness of the hobby, where I was just selling shit all left and right anyway. I didn't even need to have a promotion. So I saw a lot of movement from that promotion. And then things as, we got out of that crazy period, I bumped it up to 15% off 3 or more. And then I think it timed out, and then I just never restarted it. So, but that is something that I don't like. I like my 50% off. Like I kind of go by, so my 99-cent sales for buy it now, I'm using the Costco method. I just steal other companies' methods. So I use the Costco rotisserie chicken or pizza, hot dog, whatever you want to use for my 99-cent sales. I lose money, but I hope to get, additional sales out of it. My 50% off sale, I use the McRib. So I don't want to have a long-standing 50% off sale because then it gets stale. And so if I do a 50% off sale every 2 months, surprise, the McRib is back. My 50% off sale is back. All of a sudden, people are like, and they come in, and I've seen that works well because the seven or more 25% off, it's stale. It's stale. It's like, oh yeah, I can go in there, I can buy 7 or more cards whenever. Does it work? Absolutely. But I do feel it gets stale after a while. So that's why I want to keep the 50% off sale in my back pocket and then release it, and it's actually a sale. And kind of go against, like, I feel my 7 or more, 25% off 7 or more is like JC Penney. Like, is it really a sale when it's 365 days a year? It's like, you just price that 25% into your buy it now price, which I don't. Sometimes I have to I have to do math, and I'm like, okay, what if I just listed all these cards? What if somebody buys 7 of them, they get 25% off? You start having to do math. Hall of Fame card collector Mikey says, should I do order discount or coupons? So what's mine? So somebody had pointed this out in the Facebook group that whatever I did wasn't showing up like when you search, but one of them does. It's the coupon. So the coupon shows up. So like when you go to search my store, it shows up 25% off 7 or more with coupon. 25% off 7+ with coupon. With the order discount, it doesn't always show up like that. So somebody pointed that out. So I did go to the coupon method, and now it shows up. Dave had a $900 sale yesterday. Gotta love Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. Hey, hey. Yes, sir. Low Roller says, did you watch this video on YouTube for morons that offer $1 on free ship low-end cards? No. Morons that offer $1 free ship low-end cards. Who, please watch the video. I will watch the video. Whose video is it? Is it you? Whose video is it? Let me know. Because, yeah, I am curious. Super Bowl Sunday, we talked a little bit about it. I'm rooting for the Chiefs. I really don't know if the Chiefs will win, though. I don't know. So just tell me whose video it is. Whose video is it? I don't know. I typically the team I root for in the Super Bowl loses. So the 49ers will probably win. Hopefully it's a good game. I just want a competitive game. I'm rooting for the Chiefs, but I want a competitive game. And I want funny commercials. And I don't really care about the halftime show. I don't even know. Like, do you have a spread? Like, some people go all in on Super Bowl spreads. So you're gonna make me search. Morons that offer $1. Normally we have is it Dogbert cards for morons that offer $1 on free ship low-end cards. I'll have to watch that. It's only a 5-minute video. Usually we have salmon on Sundays, but I don't feel salmon is a good Super Bowl salmon. It's just not a good meal for a Super Bowl. I got to have something terrible for me. So some people like go all out and they're making this and that and this, and I'm just not like, that's not my thing. It's not my thing. Maybe I'll get, I don't know. I've got it frozen. I got a Connie's frozen pizza in the freezer. Maybe I'll fire that up. I just had pizza though the other night, although I can never get enough pizza. So that's what I'm rooting for tonight. Good food, good game, good commercials. Porter is struggling to keep my eBay inventory in the order. I got to the SKU to pick, and 25% of the time it's in the wrong spot. Any advice on doing a resale? Oh, man, no. Only 2 4-row boxes to manage now. So if you have to go back, there's not a good way to go back unless you delete your listings without a SKU or the wrong SKUs. I'm sorry, man, but there is not a good way to reset that. It's kind of like if you're putting a set in a binder and you're at card 450 and you realize you're one spot off, you just have to go back and pull all the cards. That's what you have to do in this case. There's not an easy way to do that. So I'm sorry. Sorry to break the bad news. Orlando's in the house. What's going on? Low Roller sold 8 cards on ComC for under 75 cents. I made $6. There you go. Merle says, I just had a frozen pizza the other night. Yeah, it's a couple times a week usually. So I don't know what I'll do. I don't know. I'll probably end up we'll have salmon. It's Sunday. All right. That's about all I had for today. Hit up my eBay store, 99centcards.com. 7 or more at regular price, save 25% off at checkout. Cooter says, showed the wife your card room video. Now she is making me organize the office closet. Usually it's the opposite. Usually the wives are like, oh my God, thank God you don't have the collection that he has. That's usually what happens. I'm sorry it went against you. So that's what I had for today. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Hit up my eBay store. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back at it, 7 a.m. Central. Super Bowl recap tomorrow. So have a great Sunday. Go Chiefs. Rooting for a good game. Good commercials. We'll see you Monday.